So, people have been talking that Misa Hylton has been saying things about Diddy's close friend Mary J. Blige. Yes, that Mary, the one who's been with Diddy since the beginning, standing by him through the bad boy era, sharing stages, studios, and maybe keeping quiet about some stuff. I know Misa just sued Mary J. Blige recently, but it seems like there's a lot more happening between these two old friends, and it's said to involve Diddy. But it's not only Misa who has thoughts about Mary J. Blige. Many others have been watching Mary J. Blige with suspicion because of her relationship with Diddy.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. And all of you that won't speak, I hope you get charged right with them as an accessory before, during, or after each crime, because every that's been around Diddy seen Diddy be the
Not surprisingly, people are still asking why Mary J. Blige stays close to Diddy, even knowing what she knows about him. I'm not exactly sure why, but it's said that Misa is getting involved, and that's what we'll be discussing. You probably saw Misa at Diddy's trial, using a walker, and thought she was there to support him, but she said she was actually there for her son. On Instagram, she wrote, "When I got hurt, I wanted to heal quietly, but when my son said, 'Mommy, I need you,' I was right there for him, walker and all. I'm a mother first, and the strength for my son. That's just how it is. If people don't get that, they simply don't align with me or what I stand for in life. I'm okay with that. I live a purpose-driven life every day. I make an impact and don't worry about insecure people trying to put their insecurities on me." But it seems like her mind is focused on someone else besides her son, her old friend of 30 years, and also Diddy's friend for the same time, Mary J. Blige. Let's be real, Mary J. Blige and Diddy's history goes way back. Actually, helped produce her first 2 albums. She's been a steady part of his life for more than 30 years. Mary has even talked a lot about how Diddy helped her get past her fears in the music world.
Well, when I met Puff, I was afraid of success, afraid to do anything that could put so much attention on me. And then when I met him, he was the complete opposite. And he was such a good thing for me because I needed what he had. And so his ambition pushed me to be ambitious because I didn't know how, because, you know, when you come from where I come from, you're scared to be ambitious. You're scared to want more. And so when I met Puff, I was, blown away. But it took some years to grow into that and accepting someone that just was so excited about being seen and about having, the lights on them and wanted it for you more than you wanted it for yourself.
At one point, they had a fight, and Mary admitted she was the cause. She said, "We split because I didn't understand the business like I should have back then. Any smart man or businessman would have distanced himself from me. It felt like he was pulling away. But now I see why. I wasn't performing well, and I wasn't taking care of my health. How could he bet on me like that?" Still, they eventually patched things up. In 2023, Diddy praised Mary J. Blige, calling her one of the best storytellers in R&B history. He said she opened the door for women worldwide to speak their truth to power. According to him, no one deserves success more than her. Besides being Diddy's friend, Mary was also Misa's friend for 30 years. That means Misa has seen Diddy's messy side just as much as Mary has. In fact, Misa has witnessed some of Mary's rough moments. There was a time when Danny Boy talked about what happened after Suge Knight's famous speech at the 1995 Source Awards. He described a night involving himself, Suge Knight, Mary J. Blige, and Misa Hylton. Danny Boy said after the awards, he was in his hotel room with his godbrother when Suge told him to come to his suite alone. When he got there, he saw a table full of women, including Misa Hylton, Mary J. Blige, and Devontae Swing's baby mama. Everyone was hanging out and drinking. Danny Boy went back to his room, but Suge called him back because someone wanted to see him. He returned to find Misa in bed wrapped in a sheet, and Mary sitting on the couch. Danny Boy knew Diddy's baby. Mama in the bed didn't want him there, so he closed the door and started talking to Mary. They ordered more food and drinks while hanging out. At one point, there was a knock on the door that scared Mary because she thought it was her ex, Casey, from Casey and JoJo and Jodick. After a few hours, they moved to another bedroom. Mary rested her head on Danny Boy's lap, and inside the room, she tried to seduce him. They ended up sleeping together. Later, she even flew him out to New York to visit. Danny Boy said he was surprised when people said Mary was Tupac's girl because, as far as he knew, 24-year-old Mary was his girl when he was just 16.
That's why I was kind of confused when I heard Kurt saying that Mary was Pac girl. Because at that time, she was my girl. At that time, I'm 15, 16 years old, and she flying me in to see her. And you know what it is when a girl back up on you, you young and I'm trying to show her that she ain't phasing me. I'm hard as goddamn. She's backing up against me. This Mary J. Blige. And quite naturally, I mean, you know, I don't even know if you're supposed to say you had sex with people on camera. Anyway, whatever. I'm not quite sure, but
relations.
Yeah, we had relations. That's a good way.
Misa was there when all this was happening and even had firsthand knowledge. Just imagine what else she might have seen, not only about Mary, but also about Diddy. There were also rumors that Diddy may have taken advantage of Danny Boy. What wasn't clear was whether Mary introduced Danny Boy to Diddy, or if Diddy acted on his own since Danny was often around them. I'm not sure if Mary actually handed Danny Boy over to Diddy, but most people agree she definitely knew what was going on with Diddy. There are many pictures online showing Mary J. Blige and Diddy together with someone like Cassie. You can also find plenty of photos of Kim Porter and Mary J. Blige hanging out and showing affection for each other. Mary even attended Kim's funeral and spoke there. So if anyone saw Diddy's actions up close, it has to be Mary J. Blige. That's why someone like Jaguar Wright said Mary should feel ashamed for being involved or turning a blind eye.
Because that fancy dog collar that Puff got around your neck and has had around your neck for the past 30 years, it should have been done got tight. It don't feel like a noose, Mary.
And let's not forget, this is the same woman who said she believed there was something suspicious about Aaliyah's death. She even said she felt she was next. In her own words, she said, "When I saw her die, that's when I realized I'm next. I don't know how or when, but I'm next. I don't know if it will be some kind of freak accident or an overdose, but I knew it was coming. Honestly, I'm scared." It really sounds like Mary knows what happens behind closed doors in the music industry and who is often involved. There have been claims that she was very close with Diddy, too. Some sources say Mary was part of Kim Porter's first threesome with Diddy. Remember that book Kim Porter wrote but never published? Some people got hold of parts of it after Kim passed away. Mary J. Blige was mentioned a lot, especially about a pregnancy she had with Diddy that he allegedly forced her to end. So, it's very likely Mary saw much of what Diddy did, and so did Misa. Unlike Mary, Misa has made more public comments. For example, when King and Justin were detained and Diddy's homes were searched, it was reported that Misa was calling Diddy non-stop, upset about the boys being handcuffed. Later, Misa shared a clip showing law enforcement entering the West LA house with guns drawn, spreading out to search the place. King and Justin were held in a hallway. We saw Justin walking toward officers with his hands up, and King being handcuffed against a wall. Misa also reacted to footage of Diddy and Cassie in the hallway. She said, "I'm heartbroken that Cassie has to relive this trauma. My heart goes out to her. I know exactly how she feels, and it's triggered my own pain. These kids were raised by women who wanted the best for them. We put God and education first, and have always worked together to support their dreams. 2 of these young men don't have their mothers anymore, so it's been our duty to help. Their father needs help too, and I pray he does the work to get better." When Misa mentioned her trauma, many thought she meant the pain she went through with Diddy. There have always been rumors that Diddy was controlling or abusive toward Misa when they were together. Plus, he cheated on her with Kim after causing her so much pain. If you're not familiar with the love triangle, here's how it went. Soon, after Diddy and Kim first met, Andre Harrell hired Kim as a receptionist. Diddy was already in love with Kim, and everyone noticed, even though he was still with Misa, his longtime girlfriend and mother of his first child. Misa had no clue about what was happening, and she even became friends with Kim during that time. When Kim broke up with her boyfriend, she reportedly stayed with Misa and Diddy. Misa had no idea she was letting in the woman her man was truly in love with. According to Misa, Diddy began cheating on her with Kim. After Misa and Diddy eventually broke up, Diddy and Kim made their relationship official in 1994. Honestly, no one really knows all the details about what happened between Diddy and Misa, but for Misa to have strong opinions about Mary J. Blige says a lot. Maybe they have their own problems right now, or maybe it's all connected to Diddy. This story shows how complicated and painful life can be behind the scenes in the music industry. With so many secrets, betrayals, and tough relationships, fame doesn't always mean happiness. Mary J. Blige, Misa, Diddy, and others have all faced drama that changed their lives. These stories remind us there's often more than meets the eye. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.